Ya estamos. ¿Qué pasa, cracks? Que estoy aquí en directo 70 el nivel 19. Vamos a continuar bueno, nos toca contra los Rockets, contra el tío de Harden. No vamos a meter por todos lados. A ver si llego algún día a los 200 puntos, pero claro, como solo me dejan jugar 40 minutitos, pues no me da. No me da. Pero la verdad es que llevamos unas estadísticas mucho más brutales que la pasada temporada, sobre todo en puntos. Se notan los minutitos de más y se nota que estoy muchísimo más cheto. Cheto edición. A ver. Vale, este por aquí, este por aquí. Esto por aquí. Pues vámonos. Me han dicho. A ver, hijo. Esto por aquí. Vámonos. Que ya estoy. Vamos a por los hardcores. A ver, chetos. Pues sois unos chetos. 13-0. Violetitas. Ay, violetitas. Que somos un poco nenatas. Pues venga, violetitas. Si da igual. Si les voy a palizar igual.
Good evening from downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, here in Rockets land, you think of John Murphy, Moses Malone, and of course the dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. But a new chapter being written right now here in Texas.
Oh yeah, you think about Clutch City, Hustle Talent USA. But put all that aside, this team for the last several years has been on the edge of success. Let's see if they can take the next step.
And when you think of the Rockets, you think fun. This one could be as well tonight. And the Phoenix Suns control the tap. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Take stock of the floor. The drive, right to the basket. From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Paul into the front court. Down 4 to Harden. Chance for Paul. Doesn't get the bounce.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Harden with it up top. Now down 6. The shot by Nene, no good.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Rises for the slam. This is already getting out of hand.
Coaching strategy 101. You probably want to utilize a timeout to disrupt the pace of this other team. This game is starting to get out of hand quick and early.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter.
Let's go, chetos.
Visit our team website for more details.
Harden to Paul. Wide open look, won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second guess your shot. You had 3 wide open shots.
Buenísima, madre mía.
But still, keep hunting your shot.
Harden with the basketball. His guys trail by 13. To Capella. Paul.
Ya estamos, ya se la va a atascar.
Shot clock to 4 for Houston.
Ya estamos de las toscadas, tío.
The shot clock expires. Clint Capella able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Pati.
Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Paul with it up top. Down by 15.
I got him.
To Harden. Screen coming. Harden. Capella down low.
Perro infiel.
Big finish at the rim.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Asqueroso.
Now
Infielísimo.
Paul with the basketball. His guys currently down by 13. Tucker picked up by Booker. To Paul.
¿Quién le han pitado falta? Me cago en la leche, tío. Estoy flipando. Madre mía.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Anda, chaval, que lo estás flipando. World Champion, que eres un World Champion.
Clint Capella at the line for 2 shots. A career 48% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Nice finish at the rim.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Harden guarded by Devin Booker.
Vale, buena, vámonos.
Basket, but the shot won't go. To Booker. 4-3. Devin Booker in his own desert. No one in sight, and he takes advantage.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do.
Buenísima. Ahora más.
You know, from a point guard
Vale,
perspective,
¿dónde
one
está
of
mi
the
gamba?
things that I learned
Se ha
when I
quedado ya
played in the
tostado.
league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Harden, his first off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a
¿Pero qué haces?
decoy
No,
and get some teammates
no
involved
me la
with your
pasa a mí,
passing.
tío.
We
Me
get a
cago
whistle
en
and a
el
timeout for
24-3,
Houston as they'll
chaval.
go
Más
over some tactics
indigno, tío.
now in this first quarter of play.
Lolaco, vaya paliza. Sí, señor. Así se defiende.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Segundo tiempo muerto me piden ya.
Harden to Paul.
Ah, venga, hombre.
Finally, finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter.
Vámonos.
They just need somebody to get hot.
Uy,
And then they need to
videojuego.
come together as a
No,
team
no,
and get a
no lo he
few
intentado.
stops.
Luego tendría que meterme en opciones y es una movida. Además, prefiero jugar con los nombres reales de los jugadores, tío. Es que si no...
To Harden. Defense making the ball carrier work.
Vamos, ahí lo
Short
llevas.
jumper off the mark. To Booker.
Pero ¿qué dices, tío? ¿Qué dices?
That's his third
¿Cómo
block
se
this
flipan a
evening.
veces, tío?
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Harden. A pass.
Buena,
Stolen by
vámonos.
Phoenix.
¿Pero qué dices, tío? Toma, a tu casa.
He sent that one to the
Dios.
third row. He was locked in. That was impressive.
¿Pero cómo me puede robar el balón ahí, tío?
Nene.
Vale, vamos,
And that's
vamos,
rebounded
vamos.
by the Suns. Irving.
Por.
And look out.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
To Capella. Another
No.
chance to Capella.
Gol. Ah, tío, el rebote. Déjame pasar, hombre, pesado.
Knocked loose.
Buena, buena, vámonos.
24
Ahora,
second
toma, agotado.
violation. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Oh, good
Ah,
work to
tío,
step up.
venga.
Pass
Qué
taken away.
pesados.
To Paul.
Bola, vámonos.
And the rebound's taken in by Phoenix. To Porter. Look
Buena.
out, Devin Booker. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Oh,
Stops it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Here comes the screen. Paul, down low, Capella.
Toma.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym
Pa'
right
dentro,
now.
pa' dentro,
Great
vámonos.
anticipation.
¿Pero qué haces, tío?
Rejects it.
LOL.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
To Paul.
Ala, flipado.
Old school.
Eres un flipado.
Backs his
Eres
man
un
down
flipado.
for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Leonard.
Toma.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Harden in a matchup with Booker. Not today. To Porter.
Vamos. Vamos,
Give him 2
buenísima.
points. High percentage.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the past. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have
Ah,
in this
tío,
game.
qué pesado, es
Clint
imparable.
Capella. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got to go, but they need to do something different to
Toma,
start
buddy.
creating more open look opportunities.
Slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens
Toma.
because they're actually in the game.
It's Phoenix ball.
Falta, tío, eso es falta,
And
perro.
counted at the rim.
Oh man, you're not
No
supposed to
estoy
be able
dedicando-
to do that with that
los
size.
mates son pa'
But
mí,
in
Osman,
today's
todos los
game,
del partido.
dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Paul.
Quieto.
That one out of bounds
¿Qué ha
off a
pitado?
rocket.
Y pierde la bola, tío. Lol.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Madre mía, vaya cracks.
Leonard. The pass set it all up.
Well, they have
Madre
such
mía, qué
great
paliza,
flow to
chaval.
their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Driving right to the basket. Knocked loose.
Buena.
Picked up by the Suns. Josh Jackson.
Buenísima.
Jay Euro stepping for two.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here's Lopez, down low.
Vale,
Won't go
vámonos.
down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. To Leonard.
Bombón.
Big finish at the rim. They cannot be
Buah,
stopped
chaval.
right now.
Sí, señor,
Sometimes your
así se
opponent
juega.
is not even in the game from the start. That's the way you run the floor, and you put the pressure on them right away in the first quarter.
Short jumper stays out.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Great dish to
Vámonos.
set it up.
Vámonos. Ahí la
Gets to
llevas.
the basket and scores.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Vaya paliza. A ver. Vámonos.
Gordon shoots, can't connect.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
Buena,
And
vámonos.
he hits.
This type
Adiós,
of
man.
game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your
59, chaval,
teammate look great,
59.
that's the difference between winning and losing.
Toma.
So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Responde de 4. Sí, responde de 4.
To Paul.
A ver, hijo.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Here's CP3. Chris Paul. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
That was a tough shot.
No, tío,
That was near
venga, hombre, le das la cabeza. Me cago en la
Everything was
leche.
going according to plan until then.
20-footer at the buzzer.
Vale, venga, va.
One
1,
against the
50,
visiting
11,
Suns on
más
top.
39.
Back with
Sí,
more
señor.
after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with
Tío, no me
you as
sientes,
we
es que eres
get
muy pesado. Eres muy pesado. Ah,
Substitutions, Houston. Substitutions, Phoenix.
toma.
sit down with
Pati.
authority. He was ready right at the
Pocheto.
tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the
Pero
rim.
estoy
Now look
jugando,
how easy the
tronco.
game is coming
Porque
to.
estoy tan lejos.
Harden.
Ya empezamos, tío, ya empezamos. Ya le empieza la torrija al entrenador.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Pero qué ventas, hombre, no me jorobes, tronco. Ay, madre.
Nene to Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc.
Sí, hombre, ya empiezan a fliparse.
In this first half, and he
Ay,
knocks
madre.
it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him.
Toma, anda,
This is
pesado.
when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Míos, man.
Harden to PJ Tucker.
Pero ¿por qué estoy defendiendo un ataque, tío? Es que no tiene sentido, macho.
Probing the defense.
Buah, chaval.
Scores at the basket. Jay,
Nuestra defensa al carré.
Recovery that time. When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
Es que no sé qué hago defendiendo a este tío. Se me han puesto de aero, tío. Es que no mejoro, ves, tronco. Vamos.
Taken by the Suns.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get out.
Va, venga, hombre.
Get that ball back.
That one out of bounds off a rocket.
Lul.
Porter. That's going to be out of bounds.
Qué ascazo, tío. Me cago en la leche. Joder. Oh. Pues nada.
Has it up the floor.
Es que mira dónde me pone a defender, tío. Súper lejos.
To PJ Tucker from long range.
Claro, a ver, me tengo que meter y...
Great shot by the offense.
Estoy
But the
flipando.
defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Yes,
Ay, madre.
and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great
¿Vas a
sell by the
reorganizar este
offensive player.
desastre o me vas a tener jugando de
The
tres?
ref spent, and that's the game.
Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. Harden into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
Se lo va a comer con patatas, tío. Se lo va a comer con patatas,
3
macho.
for 6 now.
You see, you can't actually get
Yo
mesmerized
defendiendo al
by the
otro.
ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go
Vamos,
anywhere.
Osmar,
without his
aguanta.
goal.
Eres un flojainas.
Rockets have the ball. Here comes the screen. Harden. That's off the
Vámonos.
side of the rim. Short.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
To PJ Tucker.
Let's cut.
Harden.
Close out.
Off the mark. No good.
I got him. Double.
To Irving.
Buenísima.
Kyrie
Vámonos.
Irving. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
And the basket good at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Harden.
A ver, flipado.
Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself
Falta,
as a
tío,
decoy
pero
and
estoy
get some
flipando,
teammates
tío.
involved.
Hola,
with the
Prisci. Un saludo, guapetona. Estoy
Controlling the
flipando, tío.
offense.
Venga, hombre, no pita
To
falta.
PJ Tucker. Harden. To PJ Tucker. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Runner's good there.
Luego los 10.
Calm and collective. The 3 C's.
A mí también,
His
preciosa.
handles are effortless.
Que no me iba ya a pedir decirte estas cosas, ¿sabes? Que luego...
So many people think making assist is creating something
¿Cómo lo llevas?
razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Ojo, ojo, ojo que me la lía. A verás.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on
Buenísima, buenísima.
Nice pass to get
Pa' mi
things going.
Prisi.
And you always
Si
feel
se
like the
piensa,
words
pa' mi
vision
Prisi.
and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. We have a guy that has both.
Me alegro.
That sets the
Me
tone
informo
for how
Messi y
your
te la
team is
lía,
going to play.
Y le echo la charla. Mi Prisi no la toca a nadie, Ojito con eso,
To PJ Tucker.
Venga, sí, claro. Flípate un poco, venga, tío. Es que no puedes. Oh.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Nada.
Got it.
2 points. Take them any way you can
Si
get
te
them.
lo lía con algo, tú me lo dices. Y de hecho yo la charla. Digo, a ver qué está pasando aquí. ¿Cómo es que no le haces caso a la Prisi? Que la Prisi le veltene, Ojito con ella, Tío, es que está jugando. ¿Queréis defender, tío? Madre mía, se lo está comiendo con patatas, chaval.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Toma.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Venga, hombre, que sí, que no cansines. Vamos.
First one goes down.
Vale. Vámonos.
And gets both to drop at the
Dame un
line.
toque. Me lo dices por aquí, me lo dices por Insta y ya.
In possession.
Yo le hago una visita y le digo 3 o 4 cosas.
To Capella. They get it down to Tucker. Count the basket inside.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Here's Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
¿Vamos a defender un poquito o vamos a estar a por un pase?
To Capella.
Venga, hombre.
Now 4 for 9.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Flushes it home.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays.
¿Qué ha pitado?
Just like
Falta en ataque. Míralo, falta en ataque. Vaya verdugo.
Make some changes of his own.
¿Pero qué hace? Está flipando el Booker. Madre mía, se ha flipado solo.
Paul into the front court. Down a bundle.
Se ha flipado solo en notas, tronco.
Nothing going here on that drive. Harden, deep left corner. To Harden. Short jumper, won't fall. And throws it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own
Hombre,
space.
no
It's
sé si
almost
dejan
as
de
if the
flipar
defense
y
doesn't
empezamos a
exist.
defender un
He can
poquito
go
porque,
left,
madre
he can
mía.
go right, he can attack.
Madre
He's playing on
mía.
that court by himself.
Knocked loose.
Ojo.
That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving.
Dios, se lían solos, tronco. Lo laco.
Substitution being made in this one.
Me vuelvo a poner de 4, me cago en la leche.
Tucker. To Harden. Knocked loose.
Vámonos.
Harden matched up with Booker.
Bombón.
Whoa, what a finish.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Rockets in control of the basketball. To Paul. To Harden.
Ah, se me va a escapar. LOL.
Collects Capella. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup, with the offense winning that
Stop.
battle.
Pa tu
But if
casa,
the
chaval.
defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Harden. To PJ Tucker.
No,
Harden.
no, tío, pero venga. ¿Pero qué me estás
From the
contando?
painted area, won't go
Uy,
down.
vámonos.
Off
Vale.
the assist.
Vámonos.
Contact on a drive can be
Mi
a beautiful
princesa.
thing. Making those
Sacando
tough
esta pa' mi
shots can
princesa.
really help you build a mental advantage over
A
your
mi
defender.
princesa.
It's in the hands of Harden. To Paul. Probing the defense.
Venga, hombre.
He wants to deliver. To Booker.
Toma,
Slam
en tu cara.
dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Y se mate pa' mi princesa.
To Capella. Harden. The drive. Right to
Nah,
the
venga,
basket.
tío,
Right
flipao.
down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Toma.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
To the basket is Harden, but his shot's no good.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. Pick it up, pick it up.
Closes
Buenísima.
inside for 2.
One of the hardest working guys in the league, and that's how he got his money. That's his skill set. That weight room continues to pay off.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes.
Es que el segundo cuarto no es
Personnel onto the
normal. No
floor.
es normal. Ay, me ponen al tackle otra vez. Qué pesadez.
Harden to Paul.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Qué cansino es, tío. Qué cansino eres, colega. Va, venga, hombre.
He's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by
Qué
the
tío.
shooter to create contact after the
Nada,
jump.
que no, que no.
That's how you get to the free throw line.
James Harden has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter.
Madre mía. Anda, cheto, que eres un cheto.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. PJ Tucker.
Tackle metiéndome un tapón a mí,
This
pero
game
qué
is
dices,
all
tío.
about playing mind tricks
Pues
on
no lo
people.
flipas ni nada.
Offense is
Anda,
more worried
es que
about
eres un
getting their shot
flipado.
blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Ja.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. It's
Sí, hombre, y lo
good.
mete.
Just as the
Anda,
horn
no
sounds.
se flipan estos. Es que se
Inching a
flipan
little
mucho. Se
closer,
flipan
but
mucho.
still down at the break.
Madre mía,
A
chaval.
very one-sided.
Que no, que no, que no.
Player
Ja.
of the half. The film speaks for
Madre
itself.
mía,
He's
madre mía, qué
definitely
panda de
the player of
flipaos.
the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. Thanks
Ay,
for joining
madre,
us for the
vámonos,
halftime
anda.
report. The second
Me habéis
half
defendido un
is about
pimiento,
to
macho.
get started.
Me vuelve a sentar, ¿lo que me estás contando?
Substitutions, Houston. Substitutions, Phoenix.
Harden, guarded by Devin Booker. Has a look. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. To Booker.
Pick up.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Chance for Chris Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. 4 out of 10.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Es que se flipan un huevo, tío. Me cago en la leche.
Paul to Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot.
Otra vez a agotar.
Driving right to the basket. Harden, short jumper, won't go down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Pero no me voy.
It's in the hands of James Harden. So Lopez.
Me voy de más de 50, Toma, anda, pringao. Toma, anda, hijo. Vámonos. Buena.
And he finishes at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
¿Cuántos tapones tengo? 5 tapones solo, tío. ¿Pero qué me estás contando? Estás flipado, chaval. Así que claro, me ponen de 4. 5 tristes tapones, chaval. Le pica falta. Es que es alucinante, tío.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Yes, and a
foul.
Por cierto.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Now Houston has the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. So Lopez. Oh, he had him there for a second.
Sí, claro. Si no lo ha hecho el López en su vida, tío.
3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Turns and slams it down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game.
Falta más uno a la partida.
And the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throws good as they continue to widen their
Venga, hombre, a ver si defendemos un poco, tío. Madre mía.
Houston with the basketball. Nene. Here comes the screen.
Vamos, vamos. Toma, anda. Bum, bum. Buenísima. Más uno.
He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Josh Jackson at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect.
Buena, venga, va.
Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. It's Harden. Gets a look.
Vámonos.
Can't hit.
Pero tío, macho.
Last touch by the
Ay, Dios mío. Jo. Increíble, chaval.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. surveys the floor. Paul to Harden.
Ahora, venga, a agotar. Venga, a cansinear un
Shot
poco.
clock to 4 for Houston. Harden. And knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that
Que sí, que eres un mayonesas.
instead from 22 feet.
Well,
Toma,
that change
toma
is
mayonesa para ti.
inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket.
Hombre,
That's
Osmar.
no longer the case in today's game. These guys are
Osmar
off
se
balance,
vence.
they're moving different ways,
Osmar
and they
se
still have
vence.
extreme shot-making ability.
Toma, para tu casa.
He's denied.
A coger rebote, tío,
So
en
many
serio.
shots only gives you-
Otro.
Oh, out there looking like the
Dos
Kempe
seguidos, para mí
Mutombo.
Osmar.
Took it right to him.
Vamos,
and
vamos,
the
vamos.
defender was ready.
Vamos.
To Booker.
Y ahora otro control para mí, Osmar.
The
Toma.
monster stuff.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Ojo que el Osmar se ha llevado ahí 2 tapones y un mate, ¿eh? Yo no digo nada. Me está haciendo sitio. Faltan los regalos. Déjate cansinear.
To Lopez. Trying to cash in.
Venga, hombre, no te lo crees ni tú.
He struggled
No
just a
te lo
little
crees ni
bit.
tú,
2 for
macho.
5.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Into the front court.
Toma.
It's Irving.
Eso es
His
falta.
guys hold a commanding
Los
lead.
Chicago Bulls y los Lakers. Yo soy de los
Layups.
Lakers.
Those are the types of shots you
Oye,
always
sí.
strive for. Here's Paul.
Pero
Controlling
si tú eres de
the
los Bulls, yo
offense.
me hago de los Bulls.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Venga, hombre, no cansines. Ya está dando la brala. Trae, anda, trae. Vámonos. Vamos,
To
crack.
Jackson.
¿Qué hace, tío? ¿Pero qué hace?
Buries
Según-
it on the catch and shoot.
Se la tosca ahí,
Simply
¿no?
put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind
Venga,
they
ya
do,
está
but in
cansineando.
Kyrie's mind, the
No es
game is over.
cansino ni nada, ¿eh? Venga, claro.
It's
Step
Paul
back.
for 2. Wide open look, won't go. To Irving. Kyrie
Buenísima.
Irving, looking good. 4 for 5.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Yo es lo que diga la Frifi. Nos tenemos que hacer de los Suns, no hacemos de los Suns.
To Harden.
Toma. Tío, ¿en serio?
Great pass.
Venga,
Setting
hombre,
up
se
the
tenía el
basket.
tapón hecho.
I'm
Perro,
not sure that
infielísimo.
wasn't an offensive foul, but
Toma,
take it
te
when
la
you can
devuelvo.
get it.
Para ti.
Big finish at the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on
Vaya
his team
chapa la
look
puesto,
great,
chaval.
that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Eso es falta, tío. Ay.
At the basket.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns,
Madre
tell you
mía,
all
lo que
these
le
different
cuesta
things
no
they can do.
castigar una
That was
falta,
just
tío.
plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Bola, 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 vámonos.
Driving, but he can't connect.
Vamos, Jackson.
To Jackson.
Vamos.
Runner's
Buenísima.
good there.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
It's Rockets ball.
Pues llevo 21 asistencias, se ha ido tonto.
Paul.
Vamos.
Irving.
Buenísima.
To keep him in their grasp.
I know he's a
Está saliendo
volume
el Kyrie,
shooter.
¿eh?
I know defensively at
Sí,
times you have
señor.
to take your lumps.
Vámonos.
Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Vamos,
We
Kyrie.
get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Houston. Stepping in.
Paul.
Bola. Ah,
Goes
infiel.
down. Well done.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Bombón.
Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Man, they are just
Tío, venga, hombre. Me
continuing to
destrozan la
pour it
vida, me
on.
tiran
But
por
one
ahí
thing we
y no
know
piten
about
la
in
lista
this
de
league,
falta.
you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate.
Toma, pa' tu casa.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Toma. ¡Qué pase, chaval! Es que soy buenísimo. Vámonos.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You
El
attack
tapón
that
ese
ring with
dedicado para mi
ferocity.
Briti.
You always set the tone.
Y el siguiente para mí, Osman.
Paul. Gordon, picked up by Josh Jackson. To Paul.
Toma, ese para mí, Osman. Vámonos.
Knocked away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out
Oh.
of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul.
No, tío, me cago en la
Scores
leche.
at the rim. Beautifully done with the Euro step.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that
Toma.
was not an easy look.
It's a big finish.
An easy two, get back on defense.
Paul across the timeline. Down a bundle. The drive, right to the basket.
Vámonos.
From the outside, no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more
Buenísima.
effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away.
Dos de abril,
Make
ya
him
te
work to
digo,
catch
8
the ball.
meses,
That's how you
ojito,
win a defensive battle.
Paul into the front court. His
A tope
guys
ahí,
down
Briti.
big to PJ
Quieto,
Tucker.
quieto, que va el león.
Gets it
Quieto,
down
que
to
va el
Capella.
león. No, eso no lo puedo parar. Eso no lo puedo parar, tío. El ganchito ese es
And
imposible.
if you don't contest,
Dame,
he's knocking
Briti.
that down with ease.
Irving into the front court. He'll run the offense.
Vaya
Count
partido,
the basket.
buenísimo.
One contact.
Soy
No
la
foul.
caña. Llevo
Did you
25
see that?
asistencias
Eyes
ya.
to the rim and the rest was
24
all net.
asistencias llevo.
Houston takes
Ah,
over. Nene to Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul, defended by Jackson. Takes stock of the floor. Chance for Paul.
No, venga, perro.
By
Bien.
the defense as he drills it.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Toma.
Count the bucket for two.
Sí, sí, voy ganando
Look, there
por
was
paliza.
barely any contact on
Voy
that
ganando
last
de
play.
casi
I agree
80
with the ref's
puntos.
no call. Let him play.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third
Tengo que
quarter.
intentar llegar a los 200 puntos, pero como me va a sentar un huevo de minutos, pues me lo voy a comer con patatas. Y ya me ha puesto de 4 otra vez. Toma, chapa. Pa' mi
Just
Briti.
erasing mistakes left
¿Me
and
quita
right.
falta? Venga, hombre, flipado.
To the line.
Just because a team's winning
Chico, 10 tapones, ¿no? Mira, 10 tapones.
doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play
Sí, sí,
right
sí.
all
Soy
the
una
way
máquina,
through.
Briti. No es a la que yo lo diga, pero es que soy una máquina.
Count it. No
Vámonos.
back-to-back free throws here. He missed the
Vamos,
second.
Kairi, vamos,
To Irving.
Kairi. Trae, anda, trae. ¿Pero qué haces? Pero tío,
Taken
flipa.
away by the Rockets.
Kairi,
You know, and
tío.
sometimes you're just more ready
Lol.
to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To Paul. Here comes the screen. Rockets.
Venga, hombre, no cansines. Qué pesado eres, tío.
Paul
Bola, bola, bola.
can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes
Toma,
you don't
en
have
tu
it
cara.
going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and
Hola,
get some
Alban. Aún
teammates
queda un
involved
cuarto,
with your passing.
Queda un ratillo aún.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor.
Ah, flipao. Toma que te la comes, toma.
Nice one. Oh, he
¿Qué
just
te
blocked that
pones,
shot out
chaval?
of bounds. Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back.
Ojo.
Down to 5 on the 24.
A ver, Cansino.
Here's CP3.
Ah,
Knocks
tío.
it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
No, perro. Inquietísimo.
Deep three at the buzzer.
Y lo mete, tío. Está flipado. Está flipadísimo.
On the way. The Suns
Anda,
lead it
flipado.
big.
Menudo flipado, notas. Madre mía. Yo lo que diga mi Preci, Si mi Preci quiere que siga, yo sigo,
It'll be Suns
A ver cuánto me
basketball in the
sienta.
fourth quarter.
6 minutos, verás tú.
We got this. Let's go.
Buah, 6 minutos me vuelvo a sentar, tío.
Stepping in for the Houston Rockets, number 30.
Nada, para ti.
Feed to set up the basket.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one.
Venga, anda, flipao. Vámonos.
And that's what we're seeing tonight.
Goes to the right
Vamos.
side.
Pero pásala antes, tío. No te la quites, perro. Me cago en la
It may
leche.
not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Kawhi
Pasó.
Leonard.
No me la pasó antes. Dios. Vamos.
Good look that time, but off the mark. So Leonard.
Toma.
Ah,
Para
rocking
ti.
the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be
Mi
created. I think we just watched an epic gimmick of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's
A
demise.
ver,
If that's
flipao.
an epidemic.
Sí, claro que
sign
sí,
me up.
hombre. Sí, anda,
Able
no
to
te lo
convert
permito.
inside.
Falta, falta. Dios.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Toma.
Not a piece.
That kid can block out the sun. Man.
That'll get out of bounds off of Irving.
Vamos. Vamos.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
The
Vámonos.
shot no good by Harden.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution
Oh,
on that play
falta.
was
Ah, la
on
era, ya.
point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Rockets have the ball. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Knocked loose. Taken by the
Vámonos.
Suns. They've got it in the open floor. And
Buenísima.
gets to the basket. Jay, he knew exactly where he was going with it.
Fíjate que mi
Well, the
cara.
shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game
No,
is
que
how
si
they are
quieres que
catching the
sigamos, igual
basketball.
seguimos, ¿eh?
They're not
Quito con eso.
establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you
No,
can drive.
perro.
But when that shot is
Perro,
working like that,
Dios.
you got it any way you want it.
Throws it
Vale,
down.
Cristi.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Pues juego igual. Igual seguimos, ¿eh? Igual le echamos 2 partidos, ¿eh? Quito con eso.
Knocked loose.
Vamos, vamos.
Picked up
Buenísima.
by the Suns.
Vamos para adentro, anda, campeón. Ahí la llevas.
Goes down.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row,
98.25
and everybody's
asistencias, chaval.
quiet, nobody stands up and
Sí,
says,
sí,
yo,
una
I
máquina.
got him, I'm going to stop him. You're in a worrisome place for your team.
No, no. Y ahora el rebote.
Short jumper off the mark.
Flipao.
Basket's good on the
Eres
follow.
un
Way
flipao.
to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, goes
Nada, para
through.
ti. Y un
Oh,
puntito.
Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And when a player's running at you full speed and he takes those steps, there's no way you can defend it.
vámonos.
to the basket, but a shot no good. And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by
Falta
utilizing
más uno,
speed
guau,
and taking over the
chaval.
lane. It's good.
Qué
Count the
canastón,
basket
chaval.
and the foul. People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs, the strength
Mira
of
qué
his
canastón,
legs,
mira qué
help him
canastón.
power
Guau.
through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Mira, 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 mira. Uf. Y tiro adicional, lo laco.
Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Rockets in control of the basketball. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. Tucker to Lopez.
No, 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 no. Vámonos,
Not
vámonos.
that time.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was
Toma,
wide
anda,
open.
métela.
Take your
Vamos,
time.
campeón. Buenísima.
Kawhi Leonard, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch.
Sí. Madre mía.
In the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
To Harden.
Oh, venga, tío, ¿me pita falta en serio?
Okay,
Estoy
now we're
flipando.
on the home stretch,
Me
and you
estoy
got a big
flipando,
lead.
tío.
Don't let your
Me
opponent
estoy
back in this game
flipando,
by
macho.
giving up extra possessions.
Eric Gordon,
Jo.
couple of free throws on the way.
Vaya
A
falta me ha
career
pitado, natas.
81% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2.
Pues tomas. Ah, la toma.
Now
Para
ready
ti.
with a couple of free throws.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
Good free throw shooting.
Joder,
Knocks
te
down a
llevo,
pair.
macho.
And now Houston has the basketball. Harden.
Aquí manda la Prezi. Espérate, ahora lo vemos. A ver si seguimos o no.
Shot clock to 4 for
Venga,
Houston.
tío, no
To
cansines.
PJ Tucker. Harden.
Trae, trae,
Off the
vámonos.
mark. Good defense.
And big time coaching
Vamos,
strategy
anda, a
by
ver si
the
metes
staff
una.
right there, utilizing
¿Qué
their
hace?
bench, keeping fresh legs on
Guau,
that shooter
chaval.
consistently throughout the course of the game.
Kawhi Leonard in his own world. Nobody near him. He sinks it for 3.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their
leche,
spots. The
Cansino.
harder the bigs were running to the rim.
Vamos,
The
vamos.
harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they
Vamos.
caught the
No,
ball,
tío,
they
en
knew
serio.
exactly what to do.
Trae, trae. Vamos. Eso es falta,
Off the
vámonos.
assist.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game.
Sí, claro, claro,
centers
claro
in
que sí,
and puts
guapi.
them right
Anda,
on
trae.
balance every
Pringao.
time.
Toma, anda. Para adentro.
Oh, the touch at the rim.
Tío, me han quedado 6 puntos. Me cago en la leche. Para llegar a los 2 puntos.
Long key from 3/4
Guau,
court.
chaval,
It's the
partidazo.
Suns with the victory.
Uf,
As they cruise to win
27
a game that
asistencias
was
he dado,
never
chaval.
really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on
Yeah.
EA Sports.
¿Qué hacemos, Prezi? ¿Echamos otro partido o lanzo directo de otro juego? Y si quieres de otro juego, ¿de qué juego quieres en directo? Ojo, aquí manda la Prezi, ¿eh? Ojo, estamos en manos de la Prezi. Guau, chaval, qué partidazo.
And it's time for the EA Sports
¿Otro partido?
postgame
Pues
wrap-up.
venga, otro partido.
The Suns were simply amazing in
Player of the game.
Porque aquí manda la Prezi. Toma. Oh, mira, luego 27 asistencias, 12 tapones. Madre mía, sí que soy una máquina, macho.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Míralo, el Chito BTP. Madre mía, qué partidazo, chaval. Dame la panoja, dame la panoja. Dame la panoja. Panojita rica. Sí, sí. Te he dicho, ¿qué otro partido? Pues echamos otro partido. Es lo que tiene, Osmar. Si tú fueses guapa como la Pristi, pues entonces pues te dejaría elegir a ti. Pero es que la guapa es la Pristi. Tú no. Tú eres muy simpático y estás tocheto, pero claro, es que la Pristi está muy cheta. Madre mía, qué paliza les hemos metido. Algo hoy 13,2 tapones, chaval. Sí que soy una máquina. Oh, venga, vamos a echar otro. Hola, otros Knicks. Vámonos. Aquí manda la Prisky. ¿No quieres otro o qué? ¿Tú no quieres otro partidito, Osmar? Vámonos, hombre. Hemos puesto tú menos. Venga, de blanco. Ahora, vamos al lío. Bueno, yo lo siento, Osmar, pero si una chiquilla guapa me pide una cosa, yo tengo que hacerlo, macho. Es lo que tiene, es lo que hay. Yo me venzo. Sí, sí. Son mi kriptonita las chicas guapas. Entonces, claro, la Prisci me dice que siga, pues yo sigo. Es lo que hay. Cuando seas una chiquilla guapa, pues te haré caso a ti. Vámonos.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns getting set to match up with
¿Qué pasa, de
the New
Marcus?
York Knicks.
Te meto una paliza que te voy a dejar fino. Vámonos.
And the opening tip.
¿Pero qué haces? ¿Pero está loco este? Pero tío, pero ese pase. Pero bueno, está en Torrijas. ¿Esto cómo va?
He'll run the offense. Hardaway.
Pero tío, se lo flipa. Ah, no trae. Pringao. Vamos, Devon. Vamos, Booker. Vamos. Más uno. Ah, la llevas.
And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good.
A ver si no perdemos balones, que madre mía.
First possession of the game. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Porzingis.
Vámonos.
Won't go. Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot
Buenísima.
of shots.
Ay, la llevas.
But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Burke with it. Down 5. To Cousins.
Toma, en tu cara. Vámonos.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Ah, la ha flipado.
Shot from the lane won't go. Kyrie Irving, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Burke with it. Right now, down 7. To Cousins. Nothing going here on that drive. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in.
Flipao.
2 points to the board.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Tough
Vámonos.
looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The
Ayúdame a la
physicality in
frente.
which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Porzingis
Claro que
to
tiene.
Cousins.
Las chicas guapas siempre mandan. Toma, en tu cara, para ti. Trae, anda, trae.
Can't teach height.
Oh,
No,
mistake there
flipao.
as the
Me
pass
cago en la
stolen by
leche.
the Knicks. Has a look.
Anda, venga.
Drops.
Venga,
Little
venga,
drama on
venga,
that
tío.
one.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Irving into the front court. Up 5.
Ahora, para ti.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Burke with it. Looking to make something happen. LeVert in a matchup with Booker.
Ah, tío, venga, ¿en serio?
Backs his man down for the
Ay.
basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Irving brings the ball up court.
Toma.
Turns and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when
Vamos
you
a
get
defender un
everybody
poco
involved. In particular,
o
your
vamos a
bigs.
estar
You
aquí en
get them
plan
going, they'll run the court
en
faster,
plan cheto.
and guess what?
A
They'll
ver,
set
hijo.
harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Screen coming. To Cousins. 4-3. His first effort off the mark.
Pero, tío, venga, hombre. Ay, Dios. Estoy flipando, macho. Estoy flipando.
To Cousins.
Bola, vámonos.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Over to the right side. Booker.
Toma, en tu cara,
And a
por
foul.
pesado.
He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the
Que sí,
ball
que sí,
up.
protesta lo
You
que
need
quieras,
to
campeón.
assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Vámonos.
The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10.
Screen coming your way, screen coming your way.
Vámonos.
Two there, won't go.
Vamos, campeón. Vamos si metes una. Pero qué ladrillo es ese,
Not
tío.
that
Pero
time.
qué... Joder, macho, madre mía.
Burke with it. Trailing by 10.
Vaya ladrillo tirado, macho.
Here comes the screen. Fires the three.
Vámonos.
Can't connect.
¿Vais a meter una o vais a estar a por uvas chungas? Trae, la trae. Ya la meto yo.
Layup's good. Those
Estáis
are the types
empanados.
of shots you always strive for.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Hardaway to Porzingis.
Ah, tío, se me va.
Leaving
Me
no
cago en
doubt.
la leche.
Slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Toma. Buah, chaval.
Ferocious
Pa' tu
slam
cara.
inside. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Kawhi
Toma.
Leonard swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Buenísima.
Assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Porzingis. No, the Suns
Bueno.
come up with the steal.
Bus.
Nice pass to
¿Pero
set
qué
things
haces?
up. Irving.
Mucho
Kyrie
gol,
Irving.
estoy flipando
3 for
ese.
3. That's a perfect start. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries
Vamos.
since his freshman year of college. But the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he
Toma.
always loves
Pati.
the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to
Vámonos.
do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Knocked loose.
Vamos.
Taken by the Suns.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused.
Bueno.
They're playing as if this game is
Otro
tied.
más.
Kyrie Irving. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing.
Toma tapón, chaval. Toma tapón.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Anda, flipado.
He
Vámonos.
shoots off the mark. To Porter.
Pa' dentro, pa' dentro. Ahí
He
la llevas.
finishes at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Toma.
Blocked away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the
Venga, tío.
mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Buenísima.
On the follow. Way
Hola,
to
ya
stay
sé.
with it.
No.
I don't know if the
Te has
scouting
equivocado,
report
ya
has made
ves.
its way out here yet,
Aquí
but
la que manda es la
if anything, it
Preci.
says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
La Preci ha elegido que echamos otro partido y vamos a echar 2. Porque lo ha dicho la Preci. Aquí manda la Preci. Que no me enteré yo que le dices a la Preci que lo manda ella, que te la lío, ya sé. Toma, hijo, anda.
To Porter. On a pass.
No, tío, en serio, me cago en la leche.
Hardaway.
Dios, pero que defiende.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Neely Keenan into the front court. His guys down big.
Ah, pesado.
And it's
Qué mala
rebounded
bote.
by the Suns. To Irving.
Toma, en tu cara,
Down with
Pati.
authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Here comes the screen. Hardaway. To Neely Keenan.
Toma.
He's denied.
Otro.
Big man doing work right there.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Vaya soban.
Knocked loose.
Vámonos.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Jackson.
Otro,
Sit
otro.
down with authority. They cannot be stopped right now.
Sometimes your opponent is not even in the game from the start. That's the way you run the floor, and you put the pressure on them right away in the first quarter.
Here comes the screen.
Toma.
Oh, nice swat.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball. Especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Me habéis dejado solo. Me ha dejado la Preci. Qué bonito. Me pide otro partido y luego se va. Qué bonito.
Down a bundle.
Qué bonito, qué bonito. Qué bonito. Ah, la ha flipado.
There's nothing the defense could really have done there. That's just a great shot.
Here we go. Here we go.
Toma.
Off
Para
a
tu cara.
spin.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives,
Vámonos.
that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Irving.
Venga, hombre.
Look
Buah,
out.
chaval, qué mate
Josh
metido.
Jackson slams it down in the follow.
And Ed, now that I'm considered an old guy at 37, I can say this. Nice bounce, young fella.
Jay, youthful exuberance. Hold on to it for dear life. Lee. Here comes the screen. Fires the three. No good.
Vámonos. Vamos, hijo. Para adentro. Buenísima.
Counted at the rim.
And you best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
Lee.
La Pristina me ha dejado tirado. La Pristina me ha dejado tirado.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Venga, hombre, deja de cansinear. Mira el tío cansineando. Qué
5
pesado,
seconds to
chaval.
shoot.
Venga, y saca la
And
falta.
foul. And a chance at three.
Ay, Dios mío,
People become
macho.
so
Dios
fixated
mío.
on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms.
La
I
falta
look at the
tonta de
legs.
siempre.
The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Missed it at the line. To Irving. Lets it
Y ahora
fly
se la
from
tosca.
beyond the
Pero
arc.
tío, ¿qué tiros es
Secures the
ese? Estás
rebound.
flipando. Madre mía, colega, estoy flipando. Joder,
To Lee.
qué tiro, macho. Pero ¿cómo se tira esa castaña, tío?
Cousins.
¡Hala, venga!
Nice find for the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to
Toma.
start creating more
Eso.
open look opportunities.
Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running
Buenísima.
to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Lets it fly from long range. That misses with 3
Vamos,
seconds
vamos, vamos,
left.
Tosca,
Deep
Tosca.
three at the
Ah.
buzzer. We played one at Talking Stick Resort
Bueno,
Arena
bueno,
with
bueno,
the
bueno, bueno,
Suns
bueno,
on
bueno.
top.
Estamos
Jay
a
and I
53,
return to the Valley
A
of
ritmo
the
de los
Sun
200.
after this.
Ojito
You're
con
watching
eso.
the NBA on EA Sports.
Pa, para, pa, 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 pa.
Head coach Jay Williams with you as we get things
A
started.
ver cómo se te ha dicho.
We know what's coming. Go get it.
Perro. Mira, tío, en minuto y medio nos metió una canasta. Es que...
Irving.
Sí, claro que sí, claro que sí. Ya empezamos. Ya empezamos el segundo cuarto, como siempre. Me cago en la leche, tío.
Neely Kina to Cousins.
Toma.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of
Quita por
bounds.
eco.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Neely Kina. New York with 4 to shoot. To Porzingis. The
A la
shot
venga.
clock expires.
Y se le ha cortado la posesión. Vaya, pringaos. Pringaos. Toma,
Sit
en tu
down
cara.
with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Trevor Ariza guarded by Devin Booker. Knocked loose.
Vale, buena, vámonos.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Venga, tío. Un pesado ese. El segundo cuarto me hace lo mismo, tío. Me cago en la leche. Pesado, que eres un pesado, tío. Eres un pesado, venga. Toma. Anda. Cansino, histórico.
Possession lies with New York. To Porzingis. Here comes the screen.
Ahora me pone de 4, me saca fuera y empiezan a meter ellos. Ando track, vámonos.
The drive right to the basket.
Otra vez, tío.
Good there. As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Ntilikina with the basketball. He'll run the offense.
Pero además, ¿qué hace el James Johnson jugando de pivote? Es que no tiene sentido, tío. Es que siempre hace lo mismo el dichoso entrenador, chaval.
Ntilikina. To Cousins. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark.
Venga, hombre. Joder, qué pesado, tío. O José Osmar. Qué pesados son, tío. Siempre hacen lo mismo. En el segundo cuarto bajan el ritmo y ya no puedo meter una. ¡Hala! Claro que sí, guapi. Claro que sí. Venga, hombre, ¿me vas a dejar meter una canasta? Toma, para tu cara.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
James Johnson.
Pero el rebote, tío, el rebote, coger el rebote. Ah, tío, qué pesados son.
Kristaps Porzingis. Now 3 for 9.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head
No pites falta, tú no pites falta, anda, campeón. Es que son flipados, tío, son flipados. Me cago en la leche.
To Lee. Pass to Cousins, down low. To Porzingis.
Otra vez.
From long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go.
Pero si es que no corren, tío, si es que no corren, tío. Venga, hombre.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Venga, tío. Como aquí está por algo le he venido,
and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is
Pero es que
more
siempre hace lo
worried about
mismo,
getting
tío.
their shot blocked than they are about
Verás ahora,
actually
verás
making
que
the
saca
shot.
falta. O mete canastas, estas churri canastas. Verás. Míralo.
He's 2 for 2 now.
Ay,
Okay,
Dios.
I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
With a drop step.
Toma, falta. Oh, tío, qué cansino.
Nice drop step.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Knicks with the basketball to Porzingis. Lee.
Venga, hombre.
To Porzingis.
Otra vez.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Not done yet.
Toma.
Got a piece of it.
Ahora se queda solo otra vez. Me cago en la leche, tío.
And Kristaps Porzingis, all in one motion, rises for the 3.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Ntilikina into the front court.
Es que no entiendo por qué me ponen de 4, tío. Es que no tiene sentido, macho. El entrenador se le tira la pinza. Madre mía.
To Porzingis. Beyond the arc for 3.
Venga, tío.
Back slam.
Es de coña, chaval.
And the finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The
Es que coña,
physicality in
colega.
which he plays.
Lo que es
No
el
one wants
juego.
to see that. You're going to leave the
¿Qué
game with
coña?
black and blue
Es
marks
que
all
qué
over your
coña,
body.
tío.
Neely Kina to Cousins. Shot from the lane won't go.
Fíjate, si es que no corren, tío.
Kristaps Porzingis sends it away.
Es que para dar una...
Blocking so many shots
Ay,
only
Dios.
gives your
El
perimeter
segundo
that
cuarto
much
siempre
more
es un
confidence
hundimiento, tío.
to really apply more pressure.
Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
New York Knicks basketball to Cousins. Knocked loose.
Sí,
For
claro.
three.
Anda,
That
trae.
won't go. To Booker.
Falta más uno. Toma, para ti.
And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Here comes the screen. Levert picked up by Booker. To Cousins.
Venga, flipado. Manda. Te lo pides ni tú.
Strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys holding the big lead.
Toma.
Stuffs
Buah,
it
chaval.
down with authority. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
To Porzingis. Knocked loose.
Vamos, pero quieres robar la bola, tío.
That's
Me
what you
cago en
wanna
la leche.
see. Nice save. That's going to be out of bounds. Irving
Bombón.
rises for the slam.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving
A
him the
ver.
ball. You let him be that
Buenísima.
anomaly.
Vámonos.
Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still
Falta,
going up.
falta, tío. Pero
On the
pica,
painted area,
falta,
won't go
perro.
down.
Me cago en la leche.
New York in control of the basketball. Taken by the
Buena,
Suns.
vámonos.
Keep your foot on the gas,
Pero
but
quieres
don't get
correr,
too
tío.
reckless.
Slam dunk.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things
Que
happen.
madre mía, para hacer
You
una
essentially
asistencia,
lose
tío.
yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Falta.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Es que es
I
un
don't know
palero,
about
tío.
that
Es un
one, man. I
palero el
always thought your
coaching.
hand was part of the ball.
Si es que eres un palero, tío.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Se ha ido la
The
prisi.
possession lies with New York.
Me ha dejado tirado. Me pide un partido y me deja tirado.
Sizing up the defense to Cousins.
Ah,
Finishes strong. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
venga, macho. Es que es increíble, macho. O sea, me engancho con el pequeño y siempre me falla. ¿Pero qué me estás contando, chaval? ¿Qué me estás contando?
Down low to Cousins. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down?
We got him. Here we go.
Ah, venga,
Good
tío.
hit that time. Off the mark.
¿Cómo se flipan, chaval?
Picked up by
¿Cómo
the
se
Suns.
flipan, tío?
Leonard. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Watch that cut.
Hardaway. Levert picked up by Booker. Has a chance. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that
Toma.
mat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Burke with it. Down a bundle.
Llevamos 53 puntos en el primer cuarto. Toma.
Got a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Irving.
Pero si es que cometen unos errores que no son normales, tío. No son normales, macho.
Taken by the Suns. That's no good. With a drop step.
Drop,
Working
drop.
hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
And the bucket's good for
Y
DeMarcus.
meten unas canastas que no se las creen ellos, tío. Toma.
And throws it down.
Ya está bien, tío. Ya está bien.
Desperation shot here from half
Claro,
court.
solo falta que la meta.
Very one-sided
Anda,
first
anda
half of
flipado.
basketball as we are at
Eres un
halftime.
flipado.
Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to
Me deja
Jalen
tirado la
Rose for our
presti.
EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Me he dejado tirado.
The Suns have built a comfortable
Player of
Me
the
pide otro partido y luego se tira. Qué bonito.
I like
Qué
this
bonito.
choice
Qué
because he
bonito.
really put on the show
Estaba
in
en
the
la punta,
opening half. There's a reason he's
La
a fan
presti
favorite.
-1 ahí, Solo 7 asistencias, tío. Es que no corren, tío. Van a su bola. Ah.
Very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. To Porzingis. Hardaway. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Kyrie Irving. With that, he's 5 for 9. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a unit. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Anda, 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 anda,
Karis
campeón.
LeVert at the line for 2 shots. 71% for his career. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're
¿Qué te crees
always
tú
going
que te
to
vas
be
a
the giant
decir?
in the paint.
Sin respuesta. ¿Te lo crees tú? ¿Te lo crees tú, chaval?
LeVert picked up by Booker. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. It'll stay New York basketball. To Hardaway. A pass.
Vale, buena.
By Phoenix.
Toma, en tu cara. Para
And a
ti.
chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead.
Nueve tapones. Tío, llevo 7 asistencias guarras, ¿tú te crees? Que es increíble, tío. Increíble.
To Cousins. Short jumper stays out.
Bombón.
Slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, But what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Possession lies with New York. To Hardaway. Knocked loose. Taken by the Suns.
Boom.
The slam.
Buenísima.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Now the coach
Venga, hombre, cansineros, que
signal for a
sois unos
timeout as the
cansineros.
coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. Porter.
Vamos, pero tío, me cago en la leche, tío, no la mete. Está
Nice pass
flipando.
to get
Un
things
pase
going.
debajo del aro y no se la tira.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Here comes the screen. Cleans it up.
Pero ¿por qué no salta?
Way to stay with
Fucking
it.
muñeco.
That's what I'm talking about. Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Toma.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Burke with it. He'll run the offense. To Cousins. Hardaway. Down low, Boogie.
Me lo como. LOL.
Cleans it up.
Toma.
Blocked away.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Porter.
Pero tío, pero ¿cómo me da un pase picado? Estoy flipando con el notas, tío.
To Hardaway.
Que me había dejado tirado.
Not a busy
No es bonito
night,
eso,
but effective. 2 for 2.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Knicks with the basketball. They work it down to Cousins.
Vamos, ahí la llevas.
There, but it's no good.
Uf. Ya era hora, tío, de que metiese una canasta. Que estoy flipando con estos.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Hala, venga, ya se está flipando, macho. Ya se está flipando el de Marcus. Pero ahí anda. Toma.
Stuffs it down with authority.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Y se la robo. Vamos, anda. A ver si metes una, hijo. Vámonos. Ahí
To
lo
the
llevas.
rim, lays it up and in. To Porzingis. Basket good at the rim.
Dos.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Kyrie with the rock.
Toma.
They'll get it down
Vas
to
a
Booker.
meterla.
Look
Buenísima.
out, Devin Booker. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on
En
all
tu
the other
cara.
defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
To Porter.
Toma. ¡Guau, chaval, que me ataco!
Big finish at the rim.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
LeVert matched up with Booker. To Porzingis.
Toma, LOL.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air.
¡Qué mate le he metido, chaval!
Count the basket. Lot of contact. No foul.
In the
Lol.
paint, you need to finish just like that.
New York Knicks basketball. To Porzingis.
¿Qué tapón le he puesto, chaval? Venga, anda,
And look
flipado.
out.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can
¿Qué
create off
tapón
the
le he
dribble.
puesto,
We
tío?
call
Qué
that
bruto
dancing.
soy.
When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a Prob City.
Now whistle and a timeout for Phoenix as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Falta, más uno.
And
Uy.
the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Neely Kina with the basketball. Looking to make something happen.
Sí, hombre, sí, pero ¿qué dices, tío? ¿Pero qué dices?
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go
Y
through.
no pita nada. Toma otra falta.
And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player
Y no
to
le
get that
chutas.
ball
Le deja
above
con
his
5
waist.
faltas, tío. Madre mía. Y ahí es que va a su bola, tronco. Va a su bola.
Neely Kina to Cousins. Trying to cash in.
Vámonos.
Gets a shot up off the mark.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Neely Kina to Cousins. Oh, he had him there for a second.
Toma.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive.
Tronco, tronco.
Big finish at the
Madre mía,
rim.
de Marcus.
Oh man, you're not supposed
Está
to be
llevando
able
una
to do
ristra,
that with that
colega.
size.
Madre
But in
mía.
today's game, dexterity
Este
and
hoy sueña
mobility
conmigo, ya te lo
are
digo
off the
yo.
charts for bigs.
Este hoy
Neely
sueña
Kina
conmigo.
pass to Cousins. Down low.
¡Oh! Vamos,
Can't
vamos.
connect from in close.
Bom, toma.
No, big finish. Full head of steam that time.
Madre mía,
He
chaval.
got through traffic with ease, but if you're going to really collapse the defense, you're going to leave wide open three-point shooters.
Pasa de
Get a
Marcus.
whistle and a timeout.
No
as
puedes
they get a
cometer,
minute to
como es el duro.
regroup and talk things over. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions, Phoenix.
Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving.
Vamos, anda.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
For the Knicks, number 1, Trevor Ariza.
Ya la han cambiado, tío. Es que le estaba pasando por encima, colega. A ver, que ya va a jugar.
Taken
Buenísima.
by the Suns. Has a look.
Trae.
Wide open look.
Y ahora
won't
para abajo.
go.
Tronco, tronco.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there. He climbed the ladder on that
26
one.
puntos y no ha acabado el tercer cuarto. Madre mía, chaval.
New York in control of the basketball. Neely Kina to Lee. Knocked loose.
Buenísima,
Picked up by the
vámonos.
Suns. Irving.
Tronco, tronco.
And stuffs it home.
Hola,
I don't
Jafet.
think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can
Madre
because
mía.
that's my only choice.
Oye, que la Frisky me ha dejado tirado. Me ha pedido otro partido y no está por ahí, Muy bonito eso,
Dwayne
Toma,
Dedmon
doble con patatas.
rejects it.
Vámonos. Ah, que está ahí, mírala.
That's 12
Es que
now.
no bonito, No me dejes tirado.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Ojo. 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 Te lo comes.
Out there looking like the
Ojo.
Kimbe Mutombo.
Lol.
Took it right to him and the
Vaya
defender
partidazo
was
llegó,
ready.
chaval. A ver, hijo. Sí, claro, step back. Ya estamos. Trae, anda. Vámonos.
Levert with a shot, no good.
Falta, perro.
And count the basket
100
inside.
puntos, tío. Llevo 100 puntos y no he acabado el tercer cuarto, chaval. Madre mía del amor hermoso. Ah, vale. Pues háblame, que digo yo, la Preci se ha pirado. Se ha pirado la Preci y yo a mí preocupado. Ja, ya me ha puesto de 4, tío. Me cago en la leche. Hola.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Toma.
Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
Oh man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his
Estoy solo y lo paso mal.
And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way.
Qué partidazo,
Coach is
chaval.
going to shift gears and adjust
Qué
his
partidazo
matchups.
para mi Preci, ¿Quién te ha dedicado más cosas, Preci? ¿Jafet o yo? Yo creo que yo, Ojo. No, el rebote, perro.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong
Toma.
is key.
Count the bucket for two.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Anda, sí, no te flipes.
Not that time. To Irving.
Toma, pa' ti.
And finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any
Madre
doubt
mía,
when
qué acusación de menores, chaval.
Neely Kina into the front court. His guys down big. Taken by the
Buena. Vale,
One
buena.
of the
Vámonos.
hardest working guys in the league, and that's how he got his money. That's his skill set. That weight room continues to pay off.
Neely Kina with the basketball. Down a bundle.
No,
To Porzingis.
no. ¿Qué dices,
And he
tío?
is
¿Pero qué me
fouled.
estás
Very
contando? ¿Pero
close,
qué
Jay.
hizo
Free
falta?
throws coming up.
Okay,
Pero
now
¿qué
we're on the
dices?
home
Está todo
stretch,
loco.
and you got a big lead.
¿Pero
Don't
qué
let
falta
your
pitado?
opponent back in this game
Bueno,
by
sí, la
giving
verdad
up
que
extra
se lo llevaba
possessions.
puesto. Madre
Kristaps
mía.
Porzingis.
Qué falta
He's
más
got
rara,
two
chaval.
shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. First free throw is good.
Mira, igual, eso es
Good
verdad.
free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
¿Y eso a qué viene ahora? Pregunto, Toma. Pa' mi Preci.
Oh, emphatic slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The possession lies with New York. Picked up by the Suns.
Falta. Eso es falta, tío. ¿Pero qué me estás contando, hombre?
The shot won't go.
Flipao.
Neely Kina to Porzingis.
Es que son
4-3.
unos
That's
flipaos,
off the
tío.
side of the rim, short.
I got him. Here we go.
Vámonos. Ahí la lleva 150.
And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter.
That ball.
Neely Kina.
A la venga, sí.
To set up the basket.
Flipao.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Suns control the possession.
Toma.
He
Mati.
throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says
110.
one man can't beat five, but we're watching
Y
one
queda un
man
cuarto. Yo no
carry
digo
4
nada.
other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Screen coming. Has a chance.
A la venga.
Sets him up for two.
Bueno.
That ends the third quarter. The Suns
Bueno,
dominating
chaval.
so far.
Llevo 110 puntos y quedo cuarto. Pasa que me va a sentar 6 minutos, como
It'll
me
be
hace
Suns
siempre. Mírale.
basketball as we begin the fourth quarter.
No vale
You
todo
figure
eso. Joder, me ha sentado 8 minutos el tío perro.
DeMarcus
A la venga, que sí.
Tips it. How about 13?
Anda,
Just
anda,
incredible
anda.
timing on that swap.
Ay, mira, tío. Íbamos en 153 y han metido 16 en 8 minutos. Ahora, llegar a los 200, imposible. Siempre igual, macho. Qué perros son, tío. Qué perros son, chaval.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just
Qué perros
naturally
son, tío.
react?
Siempre me hacen lo mismo. Cuando vamos arriba de meter 200 puntos, me sienta en el banquillo y no llegamos.
Knocked loose. This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Leonard. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks.
Qué pesado es,
It
tío.
may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Here comes the screen. Downloaded Cousins.
Toma, pa' tu cara.
And that's
Por
light
Cancino.
work for a guy with his ability.
Kawhi Leonard.
Buena.
Kawhi Leonard. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Booker. Kristaps Porzingis.
Pero cómo pues están
Snatching
malos.
it out of the air. A block machine. 14 of them.
Ojo.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
¿Qué pasa? Que la abuela no está cheta, no tiene play. Comprarle una play a la abuela,
Porzingis. Gets it
Ah,
to
venga,
go.
tío.
Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going
Ah,
in.
toma el Briti.
To Porzingis.
Ah, ya se me ha ido, tío. ¡Toma tapón, chaval!
Sends it away.
Ha pisado.
They'll recover. 3 to shoot.
Pues ya somos 3.
Time to shuffle things up. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Had a chance, but it's no good.
Ay,
He
Dios.
didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chance.
Pero que sí, que eres un flipado, anda, chaval.
Trying about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about
Siempre hace lo
offensively? If
mismo,
you
tío.
continue to attack that shooter,
Se
now
ponen
you're
a
making
robar
him work on the
balones
defensive end.
y hacer
That makes
cosas
him
raras
take his legs
cuando
away
el...
on the offensive end.
¿Voy a poder meter una canasta, por favor? Toma,
Big
anda,
finish
pesado.
at the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only
No,
going to
se
force
me
your
va.
players to play that much harder on
No,
offense
ah.
and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Oh, whistle.
Ah, venga.
Welcome to new age
Pesado.
basketball. You
A
blow
BTP,
on
ya
me,
lo sé,
that's
ya
a
lo sé.
foul.
Ya lo sé, no hace falta que lo digas.
They're going to make some changes with some new
Ya lo sé,
personnel
Por
on
favor,
the
no,
floor.
no, en directo no, por favor, porque, claro, son cosas.
Subbing in for the New York Knicks,
A ver, hijo.
22, Karis LeVert.
Hardaway to Porzingis.
Venga, y ahora le pitará falta, verás, verás.
Fires the three.
Menos mal, tío.
Lazy
Ja,
pass
qué
there,
cansino
and it's
es.
intercepted.
Y ahora lo meterá.
Cousins,
Eres un
he's had a good
flipado.
shooting performance,
Ahora, José
but
Pedro, un
it
saludo.
doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
Pero qué dices, tío. Es que se flipa muchísimo, tío. Se flipa
This will
mucho,
get out of
tronco.
bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
Toma, anda,
And a
pesado.
throwdown. Deep three at the buzzer.
Vámonos.
It's the Suns with the victory.
Uf.
As they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so
Yo la
long
siesta
for now.
el de
This is
Marcus,
the
tío. Tenía 5
presentation
y
of
aguantado
the
como un león.
NBA.
Ahora que tiene una paliza que le he metido, madre mía, chaval.
The Suns were simply amazing in
Player of the game.
Toma. Tranquilo. Que me muero. Tranquilo, Osmar.
who was on behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams.
Que me muero.
This is Jalen Rose signing off.
Ay, madre. Tranquilos, tío. Pues sí. 24 rebotes, 13 asistencias, 14 capones. Madre mía, es que soy una máquina, macho. Soy una máquina. Ay, Dios. Qué cheto se los va. Madre mía. Bueno. Pues sí que está hecho primero esto, ¿eh? Pero bueno, vamos a tranquilizarnos un poco. Pues está a punto, ¿eh? Madre mía. Ay, madre. Vaya dos palizas, chaval. Pues sigo a ritmo de cuádruple doble. Me parece que llevo 14 partidos de liga. Uf. Estoy llorando. Yo soy muy sensible. Ay, madre. Ay. Estoy llorando por ti. Uf. Ahora toca descansar un poco. Ahora toca descansar un poco, Osmar, y luego de que un rato largo ya seguimos. No sé qué va a seguir. No sé si lanzar directamente ya Apex. Ay, madre. O hacer uno antes, no sé. Pero bueno, ha estado bien, ¿no? Directito 2 horas de la NBA. Sí, ya. Ya, cracks, pero tengo que descansar un poco. Aquí son las 6 y me he levantado a las 3 y pico, era, no sé, que... No sé que vosotros también es tarde. Pues nada, crack. Vamos a dejarlo por aquí, ya estoy llorando por dentro. Gracias por el apoyo y nos vemos en un ratito. Un saludo. Hasta ahora, cuidaos mucho. Ay, madre, que me muero.